Front Row MMA here with Anas Mounir after he defended his Made4theCage welterweight. I'm taking pounds off him. His welterweight amateur title with a fantastic performance against Des Parker. First, Anas, your opponent changed a lot for this fight. It started as Charles, then it moved to Carl Booth, and then Des Parker. How did that affect your training?
It didn't really, because I was working on all the aspects of the sport anyway, but I was focusing on like my Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and wrestling, but then it didn't really, because we worked hard all over.
Because they're very different opponents. I mean, you've got Charles Labor, who's a grappler, you've got Des Parker, who's a kickboxer, and Carl Booth is probably more of a boxer, MMA guy. Did the game plan must have changed?
The game plan changed a little bit. It changed a little bit. We were going to focus on like stopping the takedowns and striking, but I was just doing my thing, really.
Well, talking about striking, I mean, the fight starts with you landing a great big shot. From that point, Des didn't seem to want to stand and trade with you anymore. What was now that the fight's over, what was the game plan for Des? Was it to rock him on his feet? And
it was just, showing him the hands and kicking him, leg kicks, and countering the takedowns. But it worked well.
Your composure, again, because there was a position after the scramble, after he initiated the first clinch, he took you down, he was in top position, but your composure on the bottom was phenomenal. What do you owe that to?
A lot of wrestling and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Yeah, we've been working hard on the floor. And the guys at the dungeon are really, really good. Like, there are, as I said last time, there are some really good people, way better than me.
Well, hopefully we get to speak with someone, because the dungeons have had a pretty decent night tonight all the way across. But again, that first round, you get out of you nicely get out off the bottom, you get to the top, and then you start landing the knee. Were you surprised he took as many as he did? Were you surprised that you didn't finish?
Yes, he's really tough. He's really tough. He kept coming forward. He took some really good knees. My knees are sore.
How hard were you? Because they looked like they would have killed most men.
I was really throwing them. I was throwing those knees like never before.
And once the round finished, were you fairly confident that it was done, or were you getting ready for that second round?
No, I was still getting ready for the second round, and maybe the third round. I was thinking, because he was really tough in the first round, but it worked well.
I don't want to take in. I mean, it sounds like I'm being a bit of a suck ass, and I don't care. We saw you fight last time at Made4theCage, and it was a war. Tonight you seemed just a little bit sharper, a little bit more powerful. Is that just the result of a good training camp, or are you getting better every time you?
It is the result of a really good training camp, but it depends. Every night is different, isn't it? Every fight is different. Sometimes you're better than other times.
What was the crowd like tonight for you? Because they popped really huge. How much motivation does that give you?
Oh yeah, it really, really helps you. It really helps you. You feel the buzzing.
and the question has to come. You've defended the title. How many more times? And then is there going to be a pro move in 2013, or are you not rushing?
Hopefully. Well, I'm starting. I'm having my pro K1 debut in 3 weeks. So I'll have a few K1 fights. We'll see how it goes from there.
Is there, obviously there's a transition from K1 to MMA. Do you figure that the Pro K1 will put you with some more elite strikers to help that part of the MMA game? Is that
yes, that's the plan. The plan is to go and strike a little bit more in a professional way, and that will improve my striking as well. So it will help in MMA as well.
Is it MMA that you expect to see a future in, or is it K1 your first love?
No, I want to focus on MMA, but this K1 move is going to help me for my MMA career. So
when's the next time we can expect to see you in the cage? If you're looking at K1, are we looking sort of mid 2013-ish?
We'll see. I'll leave that to my coach. Like, I trust my coach, so he deals with it.
And no fighter likes to pick an opponent, but there's a lot of pretty tasty amateur welterweights out there. You listed two of them, Charles Labor and Carl Booth. Who would you? Is there somebody that interests you next? Is there somebody that makes you go, yeah, I'd really like to put my skills against them?
Not really, because I don't know much about the amateurs. So anyone who comes, it would be a good experience.
Fantastic. I just want to say again, for those people who weren't in the audience tonight, what you missed was a striking clinic, especially from the clinch. Anas, a great win.
Thanks, man.
Corner stops the fight after the first round. Congratulations. Is there anyone you'd like to shout out to? Anyone you'd like to say thank you to?
I would like to say thanks to my parents and family and brothers in Morocco. My nana, I love you so much. All the guys from my neighborhood, Hay Rahma 04, Equipe Elite, راكم في البال, المغرب ديما المغرب. And thank you very much to the dungeon, to my coaches, Mick down Thornaby, and everyone who's sponsoring me and helping me. Thank you very much.
Always a pleasure. Thank you. Well done.
Thanks very much, brother.